For today's video, I'm going to be taking a stroll down memory lane. These boxes are full of my memories. They are things from my entire life, I think, which have sentimental value to me. I'm obviously not going to go through everything in the boxes. They are both very full. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to go through and pick out a few choice things and just talk about them. But before we open the boxes, I'm actually wearing one of my things now. It's quite hard to explain in short terms, but I had a friend who was a neighbour that lived a couple of doors down when I was a child. And this neighbour and his, I don't think they were married, his partner, they were basically like additional grandparents or aunts and uncles to my family. And this friend, Mike, he died when I was very young, and it was the first death I'd actually dealt with. And when he died, I got two things. I was given two things of his. One was an old leather wallet that I think fell apart. I might still have that. And the other was this cap, which says National Aboriginal Sports Corporation. I think, I'm not 100% sure what his involvement with that was, but I know that he was given a cap because of his like assistance towards this organisation. I used to wear it constantly, and then the back of it sort of got damaged, and I didn't want to damage it any further, so it went into the box. Yeah, like I said, these things are crammed with stuff. Some of it is obviously very personal, and I wouldn't want to show that without having enough time to explain it. And also some of it is stuff I probably shouldn't have. So I also don't want to show that stuff in case it gets me in trouble. Right, let's not go through everything, Brad. Just look through. Look, there's a 30 card from my mum. If my gran is watching this, or anyone in my family watching this, they will recognise this. This is my gran's Ludo board. And she gave this to me because we didn't really use it anymore, and I always really liked Ludo. And this thing is old. Like, I think it's taped together because it's so old. But it's like a really old style. I'm trying to get the light angle right. It's like an old style Ludo board. I think I dated this, as in like figured out the date. And it was like, I can't even remember now. It was like 40s or 50s, I think. Very old. And obviously it's seen better days. But it's not about what state it's in. It's about the sentimental attachment. So yes, some point I will play Ludo on this with some people. There's a small chance that someone watching might recognise this. When I was in year 11, so I would have been 15, 16, I did a musical stage performance thing. I would show a clip, but I'm not sure if the people who are in it with me would like that. But we all had, like, we were meant to be part of a gang. I think we were doing a song from, it was Sergeant Krupke. I can't remember what musical it was, but we were meant to be part of a gang, so we all wore like an orange piece of clothing. So some people had a bandana, some people had like an ascot thing, some people had it around the wrist. I had it wrapped around my waist as like a belt. Ooh, this one's interesting. So when I worked at the cinema, there was a guy who worked there who used to be the old projectionist, and then they replaced the projectors with digital ones, which meant that he was out of his specific field and had to just start working as a normal member of staff. When he quit that job, he emptied out his locker and he found that he had a ton of old stuff in there from when he operated the reels, and he gave me this. So this is the reel for a trailer for a film called The Raven. I've never seen this film. I've never opened the reel and had a look, but it is just a film reel. Oh yeah, here's the lanyard for when I went to LA for Fact Fiend. My first, I guess, smartphone. It's tiny and old. Like, look at this thing. But yeah, first one. Oh, what were these called? Crazy Bones. Crazy Bones. Where's my favourite one? Oh, I'm gonna have to find this now. If anyone didn't have Crazy Bones, I guess, I don't know what age people watching this are, but Crazy Bones are like these little collectible figurine things, and they're all different, and they're all different colours. And we used to collect them. I'm going to make a mess trying to find my favourite one now. Where is he? He was a little alien one. Is this him? Here he is. My favourite Crazy Bone. I don't know how well the camera's going to be able to zoom in on that. I wonder if I can do it myself. Crazy Bone. It's like a little alien in a woolly hat and coat. Me and my mum always make custom cards for each other. This is the one she made for me. My Unus Annus sticker. Memento Mori. There's obviously stuff I'm going to have missed. Like I said, there's no way I can go through everything in these boxes. There's just too much. So I'm going to put everything back into this box. Some of it carefully. And then we'll move on to the next one. Box number 2, which is actually box number 1, because I went through... This is the one that I filled up and then had to get another one. Oh, just if anyone watching from the Legion, I do still have the Naked Women golf tees that I was forced to buy on Wish. A lot of these are old clothing that I've kept pieces of. This is a piece of the Fin Troll hoodie that I wore for... God, when did I get this? Was it like 2009, 2010? And I wore it until definitely after I finished university. Oh man, imagine if there was something cool in one of the pockets. I'd forgotten and I reached in now and found it. No. Ooh, I went and got a Coke bottle with Brad on it. I found a Bradley one, which might also be in here. I went and got a Brad printed one. Did I wash this, right? No. Come on, pass, Brad. What the fuck's wrong with you? Why don't you wash the bottle that you keep in a box? Oh. Oh, these are new editions as well. The knots that me and Rob made for the knot video. Why do I have a Black Panther Odeon card? It's cool. I'll keep it. Now it's got a sentimental reason to have it because I'm showing it in a video. Here's my old name badge from when I worked at B&Q. Here's one of my name badges from when I worked at View Cinema. Oh, this is my membership card to the Parkour Society. This one is... Oh, this is my membership card, my business card from Young Enterprise when I was in school. Choisi, I think was French for choices, if I remember right. And I'm marketing director. Fancy. I definitely forgot what half this stuff is, to be honest. What was this one? Oh, a ticket across the... It's a ferry ticket from when I went to France to help on my friend's orchard. Proper little trip down memory lane, this. I'm enjoying this. What's this one? Bradley, thank you for application to join the National Youth Theatre. Oh, this was when I went for my National Youth Theatre audition. I always forget that happened. God, there's so many things in this box. Right, let's find some interesting ones, because otherwise I'm going to spend so long looking through this. The Grande Book of Brad. Oh, I don't know if Finn or Ducky or anyone from my Art Foundation class will be watching this, but I still have the Grande Book of Brad, which was... let's not show that one. I had a friend who basically took a lot of pictures of me. This was when I was super obese as well. Took a lot of pictures of me and did a lot of like stupid Photoshop work on them, like Horatio Kane Brad. And I'm trying to find ones that are least offensive, because some of them in here definitely aren't okay. Brad Rollinson, sunglasses, including smash hit, titular nostrils. Who's awesome? You're awesome. That's right, pass, Brad. I am awesome. Oh, this is when I tried to make up my own fake language. Oh, God. So I used to think I was super smart because I could make up my own language. So what I did, it's basically just English, but I replaced all of the letters sounds with other sounds. So it's just fake English, basically. So there's a few sentences I've written here, but I don't know what they mean. Sabaper. Macarobecto Slato. No idea, because you can't. What's the word for when you manufacture something backwards? What's it called? When you have like a piece of technology and you use it to try and figure out how it was made so you can then mass produce it. What's it called? God damn it! What's the word? But yeah, you can't do that because I mashed together a bunch of the letter sounds to make the words sound more like a language, so you wouldn't even be able to do that. Truf bi traile, hannes groa per batre. Could be anything. Could say anything. Well, then I had my own symbols as well. So the language had its own symbols. I don't know if any of this is visible on camera. Baho tropsaho. Piobi per no hobi. No bape shriabi. Perby. There's a lot of B's. Why didn't I write the English next to any of these things? I don't know what any of them mean. What's this? Is that my handwriting? That doesn't look like my handwriting. Who borrowed my language book to write a creepy poem? Is that the end? Okay, that's enough of that. But yeah. So, conclusion. I am a genius because I wrote my own language. What else can I say? My ticket for my leavers prom? A picture drawn by my niece. I really hope this shows up. If not, then you've just seen blank bits of paper. I think that's a picture drawn by my nephew, where I'm called Bad. Oh god, like I said, there's so many things in here. I think what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna get 3 more things, because otherwise this video is gonna go on forever. I've already been recording for about half an hour. Oh, okay. Here's number 1 of 3. So this is a key ring with a bug in it. I don't know if it's real. Probably plastic. I think I got this at a bring and buy sale when I was super young. It was one of my first key rings I ever got. I just had it for so long. Like, it's just one of those things, when you think about yourself and the things that make up who you are, certain items are just there, and this is one of them. This is one of those items that I just had. I got it and I had it and I had it for ages. Like that Fin Troll hoodie that I wore for years. They're things that were a part of you for so long, even though it's literally just a plastic keyring with a fake bug in it. Like, this is probably one of my treasured possessions. Oh, alright, I mentioned this earlier. This is the wallet that belonged to Mike. I didn't know if I still kept this. So yeah, hat, wallet. I never used this wallet much because there was a hole in the coin compartment, and you can see I originally had tape on it. Because there was a hole in the compartment, instead of, you know, asking my gran or my mum, who both know how to sew, instead of asking them to fix it, I just taped it up. And I used it for a while, but eventually it's like, you know, you don't want it to get damaged any further. I want something stupid. Something that people will be like, why have you kept this? Like, if anyone watched the alphabet challenge video, like that severed pinata head I've had that for 9 years. Like, I want something like that, where I kept it and there was no point in me keeping it. So when me and my brother had figurines of the South Park kids when we were younger, Kyle went missing and we never found Kyle again. We don't know what happened to Kyle. Have you seen Kyle? I've mentioned him a few times in this video. Here's a picture of me and Mike. I wonder if that coin is in here. Ah, this is what I was looking for. Right, so, as my final thing, I would like to show off this coin. Obviously, the camera won't be able to pick up what this is because it's very small on camera and the light is probably messing it up as well. But this is a coin that has the 10 Commandments written on it. And on the back is like a passage of the Bible or something with a link to a website. And I think it was like a Jehovah's Witnesses coin. I don't know the actual origin of it, but that's what I think it was. So I was working at B&Q and I'd been having a really rough time. I can't remember why, but over the past few weeks or whatever it was, I'd been having a particularly rough time. And I'm not particularly religious anymore. And back then, I don't think I was either. I used to be when I was very, very young. Because my family were religious, but as I grew up, I don't say grew out of it because that sounds a bit like insensitive, but I learned more things and it didn't speak to me as much as I guess it has some people as I got older. But I was walking back from work from B&Q and I was in a really poor mood. I'd had a terrible shift. I'd had a terrible whatever time it was. And I was walking across the bridge, because if anyone doesn't know, I come from like an island that's connected to the mainland by a bridge. I was walking across the bridge, and I was sort of talking to myself in my head, and I remember saying something along the lines of, just give me a sign that things are going to be okay. I just want a sign. And then something on the opposite side of the bridge started glistening. Like, obviously, I was at the exact angle for the light to reflect off it as I was walking across this bridge. So I crossed the road and I went and had a look and I picked this coin up and I was like, that's weird. Asking for help, like asking for a sign, and a coin, a religious coin, sort of shows up. And obviously, like I say, I'm not religious. Like, I can explain away this with just coincidence and like synchronicity. You assume there's a connection because these things happen, whereas if you think about the number of billions and billions upon trillions of things that happen to people every single day, you're bound to have coincidences. Like, the number of times I've pleaded for help and not received help, but the one time I did, I remembered. The combination of just feeling like maybe there's more out there than maybe there's more out there than I think there is, coupled with this like discovery. It's like a film moment, and I think I remember feeling better, so I kept the coin. I mean, do I think it's a sign of God? Probably not. It's a marketing tool for a particular religious group. There's a website on the back. If God was going to send me something, I doubt it would have a website on. But yeah. It's meant to go in the box. So that is a short run through Brad's memory box. Like I said, it's crammed to the brim with memories. And I imagine I'm probably also going to cut some of the ones out of this video because I've been recording for 45 minutes. And I would quite like this to be a 10 to 15 minute video. So if you enjoyed seeing my memories, then let me know. And perhaps I'll revisit the box in future. Maybe a bit more organisation and go through and find a bunch of things to talk about rather than just rummaging. And also, if you have your own variation of this, like everyone's got some kind of memories box, then let me know. Let me know what kind of stuff you've kept. What's the weirdest thing you've kept that someone else would look and see as junk and you think it's valuable? I think mine has to be the pinata head I mentioned. It's literally just the severed head of a pinata, and I kept it because it was severed on a particularly amusing night. But what I would say is, if you don't have a memories box, I would highly suggest doing it. It's a good way to keep tiny bits of clutter out of the house that you want to keep for sentimental reasons. And also, it's a good insight into who you are for other people. Like if you meet a significant other and you want to let them in on, you know, who you are, what you've been through. For me in particular, I have a pretty poor memory when it comes to like memories and stuff like that. So having a box like this, when a memory for me is triggered, I remember it a lot better. So there's a lot of stuff in here where I'll pull it out and I'll remember, oh, that was the reason why this happened. And yeah, I guess thank you for watching the video, and thank you to everyone who's been in my life to give me these memories. And I will see you tomorrow.